Today's lesson is on properties of logarithms. So the first property we're going to look at is called the product property. So with the product property, you're going to have a log with some base of some argument. So in this case, I broke down the argument into two factors, m times n. So what you're going to want to do in this case is expand. We need to know how to expand this. So to expand it, we would take the log base b, whatever that base is, of m plus log base b of n. So going this direction, this is called expanding a logarithm. And going from this back to this is called condensing. So when you condense, you can multiply the arguments together, and then you get your one argument here. So if this was 2 and this was 6, then this would be 12. Okay? So now let's look at another property called the quotient property. Log base b of m over n. As you can see, we have a division here, hence the word quotient. So to expand this out, we're going to take log base b of m, and this time we subtract log base b of n. These rules are similar to the rules of exponents. Remember, when multiplying like bases, you add the exponents. Remember, logarithms represent exponents. Remember from the rules of exponents, when you divide like bases, you subtract exponents. Finally, the last property we're going to look at is called the power property. And here we have, let's see, log base b of m to the nth power. So here we have an exponent raised to an exponent. So recall the rules of exponents. When you have an exponent raised to an exponent, you multiply. So we're going to take the n and multiply it times log base b of m. So they're very similar to the rules of exponents here, because remember, logs are exponents. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at some examples. Okay, so let's start off with some examples on expanding. So expanding, remember, is going from this condensed version to this expanded version. Condensed, expanded. Okay, so what we see here is we see a division. So we know we're going to use the quotient property here. But we also see we have a power. So that means we're going to use the power property. So which one do we use first? Well, we are expanding. We're going to use the power property first. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to bring that exponent down front, just like we brought the n down front. So we're going to have 2 log of 3/4. Next, we're going to use the quotient property. And remember, we're multiplying the 2 times this whole quantity here. So we have to apply the 2 to both of these. So when we expand this out, we're going to have 2 log of 3. And then since we're dividing, we're going to subtract 2 log of 4. Remember, the base, when there's no number here, is 10. So this is a base 10, and it's called a common logarithm. Okay, so that's one way you could write that answer. Another way you could write this answer is using a grouping symbol. That would be the same thing. We would just distribute the 2, and we'd have that. Okay? All right, so number 2, again, we're raising x and y to the third power. So I'm going to approach this one just a little bit differently than I did this one, just to show you that it works. So I could rewrite this as log x to the third, y to the third, since I'm cubing both of these arguments. Then at this point, we can go ahead and expand. Since we're multiplying, we're going to add, we're going to separate the log into 2 logs, since there's 2 terms here, x and y. So we're going to have log x cubed plus log y cubed. And then we would have to use the power property to bring the 3 out front on each of these logs. So we'd have 3, moving that to the front for multiplication, and then moving this 3 out front. And there you go. Okay, looking at number 3, this time we have 3 arguments, 3 factors, I should say, of an argument, okay, being multiplied. So that means we're going to have 3 logs because we're expanding. So we're going to have 3 logs. So we're going to have log of m. Now remember, this time the exponent is only on the n, whereas here the 3 was on both of them because it was on the outside of the grouping symbol. So we're going to have log of m plus 2 log of n, because we're going to bring that 2 out in front of that log, plus log of p. And again, these are all base 10, called a common logarithm. And so we've expanded this. Very important, the 2 only went on the log of n, because only n was squared, not the m or the p. Okay, let's look at some condensing examples now. This is one that throws students off quite frequently. Anytime you see a log divided by a number, you're probably going to want to rewrite this as 1/2 times log of 4, because that's what dividing by 2 is. It's multiplying by 1/2. Okay, and then since we want this to be condensed, we want to bring that 1/2 up onto the 4. And we all know, hopefully by now, that the 1/2 power means square root. So if we take the square root of 4, we get 2. But I'll be happy with this answer because this is condensed. It's just not completely simplified as this is. Okay, let's look at the next one. Here we have a base 4. So that's important. The bases need to be the same in order for these properties to work. So first thing we're going to do, we have a quotient property, since we have subtraction. And then we have a power, because we have a 3 on the front of the log. So the very first thing you want to do here is you want to apply the power first. So we're going to apply the power. Don't forget to write the base in. And that 3 comes up on the 2. Okay, then we're going to apply the quotient property. So we're going to, remember, we're condensing. So we're going from multiple logs down to 1 log. The first argument goes on top. The second argument goes on the bottom. And of course, we can simplify this. This is condensed, but let's try to simplify when we can. This is going to be 5/8 for the argument. Okay, doing a good job. All right, so here's something new. This is LN, and LN stands for natural log. Another special type of log that occurs very frequently in nature, and we're going to be learning about natural logs. Well, a natural log is basically a log base E. Okay, and E is an irrational number that's found in nature, and we're going to learn about what E is in the future. But right now, the main purpose of this lesson is to learn the properties. So we will continue this discussion later. So for all you need to know right now is this is just two logs. The base is E for both of them, so we're good. So we're just going to apply this property. We're going to bring that 3 up, and then we're going to use the product property since it's addition. And we're going to go back to the condensed version. So bringing the 3 up, we're going to have the natural log of x plus the natural log of y cubed. And then we're going to multiply the argument, the factors together in order to form our argument. So natural log of x, y cubed. Notice 3 is only on the y, not on the x. The number on the front here is a 1. So it should be x to the first power, y to the third power. Okay, let's look at our last example. So here we have, always look for that number on the front of the log when you're condensing, because we need to take care of that first before we handle this. Kind of like when you're doing GEMDAS, when you're simplifying. We do exponents before adding and subtracting. So we're going to bring that 2 up here, bring that 10 up here. So we're going to have log base 5 of x squared minus log base 5 of y to the 10th. Then applying the quotient property, subtraction. Remember, we're condensing, so subtraction goes to division. So writing this as 1 log, we have log base 5, x squared goes in the numerator, y to the 10th goes in the denominator, and we can't simplify that, so that's going to be our condensed answer. All right, bring your questions to class tomorrow. I hope you're having a good evening.